Hello, chaps and chapettes. Well, it would appear that I've been tagged in the TMI video tag by my friend Bethan. So, without further ado, straight into it. What are you wearing? Well, I'm wearing a t-shirt and jogging bottoms because today is not a day I need to leave the house. Have you ever been in love? Well, unless I discover evidence to the contrary, I'm gonna say yes. Have you ever had a terrible breakup? Depends what you mean by terrible, but, on balance I would say no. How tall are you? About this tall. Roughly 5'7". How much do you weigh? Last time I checked, around about 11 stone, but that was a while ago. Any tattoos? Nope. Any piercings? No. Along with tattoos, they generally tend to be more trouble than they're worth in my line of work. OTP? One true pairing? Oh, well, if we're talking fiction... Aragorn and Arwen. Favourite show? Far too many, but if I had to pick one, it's probably Doctor Who. Favourite band? This changes frequently, although I did discover one recently that I quite liked called Spock's Beard. Something you miss? Regular income? Favourite song? This also changes quite a lot. Although at the moment, I think it's probably Cooler Than You by Ben Folds. How old are you? I'm approximately 26 years, 5 months, and 29 days old. Zodiac sign? Shouldn't you be able to tell me? What qualities do you look for in a partner? Kindness, intelligence, empathy, deep-seated desire to play co-op? What is your favourite quote? Time you enjoyed wasting wasn't wasted. John Lennon. Who is your favourite actor? Well, there are so many, but in terms of somebody I can just watch in anything? Sigourney Weaver. What is your favourite colour? Blue. Something approaching the wall behind me. Loud music or soft? Both have their place, although I probably prefer loud. It drowns out the internal screaming. Where do you go when you're sad? Mainly... here. How long does it take you to shower? I think the quickest I've ever done it is about 7 minutes, although I do like my lingering showers, it must be said. How long does it take you to get ready in the morning? Anywhere between 30 seconds and 30 minutes. Ever been in a physical fight? Yes. Whether or not I actually won any of them is up for a debate though. Turn off. Bigotry or superficiality? Turn on. Unbridled, unironic enthusiasm. Why did you join YouTube? I came for the videos. I stayed for the people. What are your biggest fears? I think living a life of tedious dullness only to arrive safely at death with nothing to remember. What was the last thing that made you cry? The song You Were Cool by the Mountain Goats. When was the last time you said you loved someone? Someone who was not an immediate member of my family? Far too long ago. What's the story behind your YouTube name? Well, like most people these days, my YouTube name is just my actual name, but if we're talking about my original username, I made a whole separate video about this, which I'll put a link to there. Long story short, though, I made it when I didn't realise how much of a big deal YouTube was going to become in my life, and it's a series of random numbers and letters, really. What was the last book you read? For pleasure, I think it was one of the books in the Icewind Dale trilogy. What are you currently reading? Scripts, so many scripts. What was the last show you watched? A Show with Zay Frank. Or possibly before that, Game of Thrones. Who was the last person you talked to? Actually in person, my dad. What was the relationship between you? Well, without him, it would be fair to say I'd only be half the man I am today. What is your favourite food? Probably my dad's pizza. That or egg and chips. What's a place that you would like to visit? That I haven't before? Cardiff, actually. The last place you were? You mean significantly other than where I am? Probably London. Do you have a crush? Oh, far too many to mention. When was the last time you kissed someone? I think probably the last time I was on stage. When was the last time you were insulted? Actually, properly insulted? I can't really remember. Although there was this one time where I was told that it's really nice that I'm able to dedicate so much time to my hobby, and that did cause me to just scream internally somewhat. Favourite flavour of sweet? Honeycomb. Favourite jewellery? Do these count? The last sport you played? Pool? Or possibly before that, archery? The last song you sang? Probably No Children by the Mountain Goats. Favourite pickup line? I don't actually use pickup lines, but if I did, probably get your coat, love, you've pulled. Direct and to the point. Have you ever used it? Well, no. And quite frankly, I'd be sort of suspicious of someone who did. The last time you hung out with someone? I think that was last Thursday, actually. And finally, who are you tagging? Now, I could tag a number of different people in this, but the two people who I would quite like to see do this video would be my friend John, because I'd like to see him make at least one more video besides his Vida project this year, and my friend Helen, who has not made a video yet, but I think that this tag would be an ideal opportunity to start. If this is your first video, it tells you all you need to know about a person and much more, and you've got a definite end goal in mind. Anyone else who wants to do this tag is free to do so, although, yeah, wow, tag videos are just so 2011, aren't they? Oh, also, I'll add one additional name to that list. My friend Tiff, because she hasn't made a video in quite a while, and I'd like to see her face in my inbox once again. Well, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. If there's anything else you burningly wish to know about me, please do share it in the comments below. But until then, thank you for watching, and until next time, chaps and chapettes.